Welcome to the Occult Rejects. This episode got a very, very special guest. Somebody I've been asking for a long time, actually, to come on the show. And he's finally here, and not just as a co-host, he's actually the guest providing the topic. So that's even more of a mind blower, and I cannot wait to hear what he's got to say. But before we introduce Trebles, Garcia, let me introduce the rest of the crew that is joining us today. And we got Judith the Loon. What is going on, Judith? Thank you very much for making it again. How are you?
I'm fine. It's my pleasure, and it's thank you for having me.
Of course. You want to let everybody know where they can find your YouTube channel or anything else you got?
Oh yes, you can find me on the Loon on YouTube and on X.
Awesome. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you making it. And we got Jules. What is going on, sir?
What is up, man? It's good to be back again. We had a banger of an episode last night.
That was fun.
Guys, what's going on? If you don't know me by now, I'm Jules, host of the Gray Pill podcast and a few other shows that I do. Want to follow me, go over to Twitter at Gray Pill Pod on X. And if you want to support the show, Patreon's the best way to do that. We do esoteric book review. Nick is usually on there with us. Gods of the Morning Wood. You see it.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Morning Wood, keyword.
Happy to be here. Judith, it's great to meet you as well. And it's good to see my friends. I wish Catalyst could stay with us. It seems. And but it's good to see Bennett, Trebles, Doc, a lot of familiar faces. So a lot of good people here, good company. So it's going to be a good show.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely going to be interesting. Thank you very much for making it, my man.
Yes,
and
sir.
Bennett, sir, how are you?
We're doing well. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna say it. I announced that I actually have a book that just came out, guys.
Woo! I have
called
something
The War You Didn't Know You Were In, Understanding and Winning the Spirit Battle, guys. And so just so everyone knows too, it's free on Amazon until Sunday. The ebook is free.
Okay.
So go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, I am the host of the Broadcasting Seeds podcast, and you can find me at broadcastingseeds.com. And it's so good Judith, to meet you and then hang out with all these degenerates that are on here with us.
Yeah. No, thank you for making it, man. And you'll definitely have to come on and talk about that book. You know, boys. So.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And before we get to the guests, we got Doc. What is going on? How are you, sir? Thank you so much for showing up.
Hey, what's happening, guys? Thank you for the invite. And I love hanging out with you guys and gals. And I'm just eager to hear what Trebles has to say, man. He's kind of hinted some stuff in our little chat we got. So I wanted to be a fly on the wall for this one. So I definitely appreciate the invite. And it's nice meeting you. How you say your name? I'm sorry. My eyes are bad. Loon, sorry. Nice to finally meet you. But yeah, Prometheus Lens podcast, anywhere you can consume content, check me out, guys. I'd appreciate it. And if you haven't already, The Epic of Esau, Birthright and Seed War. Find it in all three formats. You can get it physical copy, digital copy, or now even in Audible. I will read it to you personally myself. But thank you, Nick.
Ooh,
Right.
that must be nice. I have to write a book.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Doc, for making it. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. We are hoping that maybe Catalyst will make it back. Catalyst Jones from White Rabbit podcast is going to be hopefully joining us. But all right, Trebles, my man, please let everybody know what you do.
Yo. What's up, everybody? My name is Trebles Garcia. I host the Trebles Show, formerly known as Perennial Radio Podcast, and I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to be here today. And I want to thank every single one of you for allowing me to enter your space. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're about to kick some freaking ass. We have an amazing episode lined up with an amazing special guest, me, myself. Guys, there is a beautiful freaking panel of amazing content creators. Guys, I can't say anything more, bro. You guys are freaking awesome. 2 years ago, I was recording inside my car with nothing but a freaking iPhone 12 and just ranting out, being coked out, methed out, and fucking alcohol. Now I'm sitting with some of the best freaking content creators in the freaking game. I am honored. Thank you so much.
Let's fucking go, dude. Thank you. We're late on the sound effect.
Very well. Thank you, Trevor.
Yeah, and I'm lagging, so it's all good. I'm gonna turn off the camera so we could fuck some shit up. You know what I mean?
Yes. Catalyst. Are you with us now?
Man, I really hope that I'm with you guys. Do I sound okay?
Yes.
Glitchy or anything?
You sound fine. You
You're
sound fine.
You're good
Awesome.
for now.
Yeah. If worse comes to worse, maybe you have to turn off the video and just leave the audio. But your audio is fine. Do you want to let everybody know what you do?
I go by Catalyst Jones. I'm the host of the White Rabbit podcast, and you can find me wherever podcasts are downloaded.
Oh yeah, definitely go check out his Rumble. You go live over there quite often, don't you?
I do. We're live right now.
Oh, nice, awesome, great stuff. All right, so Trebles. So what's up with the liminal trees? Oh, how did you even get to this topic? First of all, sir.
All right. So, first of all, I gotta send some shout outs to everybody that's engaging right now on YouTube. One of my friends at work, he's one of my best friends. Actually, we sharpen each other up when it comes to the biblical stuff. And the only reason why I believe in Jesus, and I don't want to make this into a Christian topic, but the only reason why I have an intimate relationship with God today is because of this man. We go to church every single day, and it's not a brick and mortar church. It's a church where him and I read a verse with each other, and then we literally scrap each other on what it means. So we sharpen each other up very beautifully. And we did an episode on the olive tree and the many times it's resonating in scripture and what the olive tree does. Then I started talking about cryptid talk with everybody, and then everybody was telling me about infrasound. I'm like, wait, hold the fuck up. Then I started talking about dimension hopping. I'm like, wait, bro, wait. Dimension hopping, light bending, and I was like, yo, infrasound is known to be used by cryptids all over the freaking world, and they're always in damped rainforests, right? And what the hell? What if somehow, some way, these guys are using infrasound to teleport? Yeah. And so forth and so forth. So I did an episode on the Olmec. This is another original theory, man. And also, I'm also writing a book that's going to be released in at the end of February. It's going to be called Liminal Trees, and it's based on 3 chapters. The first chapter is going to be Olmec, the organic algorithm of the earth. And then the second one is called Liminal Trees, and the third one is the concrete jungle. It's in 3 portions, and I have a theory where I think that the concrete jungle is the complete opposite, reverse thought of the rainforest. So if you go into a rainforest to connect to earth, you go into the concrete jungle to disconnect from earth, and so forth, just to put it in basic terms.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I know I've said to you, just real quick, even like when you're saying concrete jungle, I don't know if that has anything to do with, like, I know I was talking to you one time, and if you look into, you're talking about reverse effects, you look into what are pavements made out of and what it gives off into the air, it's actually worse than our fucking cars. And somehow we're being duped into believing it's the cars.
Oh man, don't tell me that.
Yeah. Go look at that.
My garage picks up dust in here, and I always I'm sweeping it up, and I'm like, dude, I have to.
Coming from the streets, and they're blaming the cars.
Well, let me add on to that, just because I do have some research on the fucking concrete jungle. It's not only the asphalt; it's actually graphite oxide and carbon nanotubes that are being added in for durability and sensing inside smart dust that's coming off your freaking brake dusts, off your brake pads. Every single car has a brake, because it's the brake pads, bro. And then that metallic stuff just floats and lingers in the air where it's breathable, and it goes directly into your fucking brain and attacks your nervous system directly outside of your lungs, making you more susceptible. And then you're freaking bathed in Wi-Fi inside a concrete jungle that's freaking connected with rebar and used as an antennae, as a military-grade operation, military freaking technology. I'm telling you right now, bro, there's some crazy stuff here. Oh yeah.
So do you think these concrete jungles are harvesting our energy, and then that energy is being harvested from these structures and this, all this these things made out of pavement, to, I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of feed
1,000%. 1,000%. Okay. They're using us to disconnect us from the earth and our almighty creator. So if you guys don't mind, let me jump into the freaking liminal trees. Are you guys ready?
Yes, let's do it.
I'm gonna do a lot of reading. Please interrupt me if I lag. Interrupt the fuck out of me. I'm just a beaner talking my ass off here. So let's fucking go. I'm gonna give you 6 biblical foundations. You guys who fucking lock in. The first one is you find biblical references in Genesis in the tree of eating, trees of life, of knowledge. And then you find them in Exodus. Use of the acacia wood, the shittim. And then Isaiah, you find the tabernacle, trees being cut down. In Jeremiah, you find idols made out of wood. In First and Second Chronicles, you find large-scale use of trees, wood, and temple construction to worship in worship symbolism. And then in Ezekiel and Revelation, you find trees of life and leaves for healing. But what specimens? The question one is, what tree specimens show highest conductivity or dielectric responsiveness? I found out that wood itself, it's an insulator. But when moist or treated, species such as birch, pine, and oak display stronger dielectric constant. So yes, conductivity rises with moisture, mineral content, and temperature. Today, we use carbonized wood and polymer treated birch that can carry measurable current. 1000% year to day, hashtag look it up. Now, what do trees have? What property allows wood to act as a mirror, conduit, or amplifier of frequency energy? Let me break it down for you. Wood contains cellulose fibers that use that they convert vibration into electrical charge, like a microphone, from vibration to data. Electrical charges like the microphone. Okay, then add rain ions and mineral into the cellular matrix, and the structure becomes an organic resonator. If a sound that's loud enough, or infrasound, for example, in theory, can excite these properties, making the tree temporary amplifier of vibrational energy. Any questions?
No.
Let me continue.
Let me ask you just one thing. Have you ever looked into orgone boxes? Because I'm wondering if
yes, so we are going to talk into organ boxes.
He was the first one to interview that guy, Nick. He was the first one to interview him. They turned him and then Phil. He's talking about Philip Trebles.
Yeah, no, I've had Leon Southgate on, which actually I would suggest probably to talk to him. He actually builds these boxes too and shit. Yeah. But I was just wondering, would this wood work better on those type of those things?
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm not Mythbusters, so I can't put it to the test, but I assume we can.
What'd you say, Doc?
I said, what's this box you guys are talking about? I'm completely ignorant.
This guy Leon Southgate, he basically reduplicated Wilhelm Reich's orgone box. Yeah, the guy turns on the microphone and you hear it fucking humming from the next room. It's fucking weird, dude. He says now it's to the point where he can lay down next. He doesn't want to get into what he asked. He says if he lays down next to it and thinks a question to it, motherfucker answers him. He said he answered.
Wow. The guy that we've talked to
out the answer he got.
Yeah, the guy that we've talked to does some healing stuff from Oregon. It's like a cup, right? Trouble.
Yeah, it's like a sleeve almost something.
Yeah, like a sleeve, and it's got wool and wood and metal, and yeah, dude. It's wild, but either way.
Yeah, this dude though, just real quick, I'm trying to promote the guy because I think he is actually onto something, but he does actually have peer-reviewed scientific paperwork produced out there about his work. It's real, it's legit. So you check him out, if you guys are interested in looking up. All right, go ahead, Trebles. Sorry.
That's right. All right. So question 3 is, has any ancient or now extinct wood species been used historically for amplifying, storing, or redirecting energy frequency phenomena? Check this out. So not formally, but as amplifiers, but the acacia cedar and the red sandalwood, the algum, were revered as spiritual vibration, resonance, and preservation. Red sandalwood especially was prized in musical instruments and temples as resonant frequency and tone stability. What am I saying? That violins, harps, and all these other types, even today's temples, are made with wood for its acoustic properties. Side tangent. Is wood used in electronics today? This is the question of everybody. Why are you talking about wood, Andrew? Are you fucking gay? No, I'm telling you right now that it's used in technological advances of today. So, wood transistor. In 2023, the Linköping University in Sweden, they created the balsa wood transistor capable of modulating current. Hashtag look it up. Conductive wood panels, all right, in Finland. And then you have transparent wood displays in China and in the University of Maryland. That's right. Now, conclusion, modern science confirms that wood can be modified to conduct, store, and modulate energy, bridging the ancient concept of living matter as conduit with modern technology. Want a small little break again? So you guys could take over and talk some shit? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I did just cover cedar and sandalwood on my show. That incense or the smell of it does actually affect 2 or 3 of your cranial nerves.
We're about to jump on a cedar.
That's about all I got. But yeah.
All right. So check this out. The cedar of Lebanon was used in Solomon's temple. It's resin rich, aromatic, and resistant to decay. Then you have the acacia, the shittim, dense, dielectric, insect-proof, used for the Ark of the Covenant, symbol of immortality and divine preservation. Then you have the algum, imported for instruments and decor. Then you have gopher wood for Noah's Ark, durable, buoyant, and ancient for engineering wood. And then you have the Ashura poles and many others. So what the fuck? What civilizations actually used these woods? Here's a short list. The Israelites, the Phoenicians, the Egyptians, the Indians, the Mesopotamians all used these types of woods for architecture, for shipbuilding, and ritual work. Where are they geographically? Across the Eastern Mediterranean, all the way. They have magnetic and quartz mineral trading routes still to this day. Now, so what's up? Are these species extinct or extant? It's very important to understand if these woods are gone or still existing today. The cedar of Lebanon is endangered, but still extant. The red sandalwood, treated, is still here. Acacia, widespread and thriving. The cypress, there's many variants in many common places. Now, what energetic or ritual properties do they carry? The acacia is known for immortality and divine containment. Keyword, containment. I want you guys to come back to that later on. Then you have the sandalwood, resonance, vibrational, and used for communication. This is a structured summary here, so we could go back and forth. Guys, use your brains for a minute. 1, I gave you 6 key biblical foundations showing reverence for trees and bridges between earth and spirit. Section 2, I gave you the scientific proof of moisture, piezoelectric resonance, and wood-based technology to prove that wood can transmit, store, or modulate energy. And then number 3, the cross-reference of civilizational evidence, right? Now, this is my theory. This is where it all breaks down. If nature already allows creatures like the electric eel to generate true voltage within living tissue, then it's not impossible to imagine a higher organisms evolving or learning how to manipulate a similar bioelectric field. Picture this, a being such as Bigfoot moving through a rain-soaked forest, the trees heavy with moisture, their trunks laced with quartz and mineral veins, and that turn wood into semiconductive networks. When the creature releases a pulse of infrasound, low and penetrating vibration, it excites those minerals through the piezoelectric effect, converting vibration into current. The wet bark and saturated roots channels the energy downward into the Earth's magnetic field, momentarily distorting the local electromagnetic balance. In that instant, sound, mineral, water, and electricity converge, opening a resonating window, bending the light spectrum, a tree portal through which matter consciousness can shift dimensionally. And fuck that, not dimensionally, but interstellarly. Oh.
That's some weird shit.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
So,
A lot.
A lot in a few minutes.
So I got some more. I got some freaking more. I got the olive tree connection, but I wanted to get you guys' input. And man, I really wished Headless was here, man, because I know I would have blown his face off.
Oh yeah. Well, he would have. Yeah, I would have known a lot about one of these trees.
He's a history buff.
Yeah.
All right, should I continue, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I continue? All right. So, well, just for wow factor, guys, thank you so much for everybody that's in the chat right now. If you guys are enjoying the show, make sure you guys check out and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts on Spotify for the Occult Rejects podcast, the best fucking podcast in the fucking planet. That's right. Let me hide myself again. Let's go. All right, here we go. So the olive tree, sacred and enduring, has always symbolized peace and divine connection, but beneath its spiritual veneer lies an intriguing material truth. Olive wood isn't naturally conductive. Its strength, it's in its dense, oil-rich fibers, not minerals or quartz. Yet carbonized, and some wood transforms into porous, charge-holding material capable of storing electricity used in modern supercapacitors and battery-rich tech. In ancient worlds, the olive wood was carved in temples' inner doors, while its oil-fueled internal lamps freaking lit the way. A perfect paradox of matter and light. Now, I think that the acacia contained the energy. Remember, we're going to come back to the containment theory. Third pillar of the three portals. Acacia was the real deal, the wood they used to build the tabernacle, the spot where man met God. The box wasn't just holy decor, it was a damn energy vault, a gold-wrapped power sow built from the toughest wood in the desert. Acacia don't bow, don't rot, and it doesn't break. It's thick with resin, and it's still everywhere today. One of the most thriving woods on earth, it is the kind of tree that takes heat, dust, and time and still stands tall. Today, that's why ancients picked it. Acacia, pause. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's also the tree that they choose to use in Freemasonry. and a lot of their symbolism.
It's got psychedelic properties too.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that.
DMT, right? DMT in the
that's
bark.
one of the things. That's one of the things that that when it burned, that they were thinking the burning bush could have caused Moses to.
Yes.
Anyway,
What,
just a
hallucinate?
gateway, right? So
Hallucinate? Huh?
yeah, hallucinate
Yeah.
or deepen, like you and I talked about the other day, Jules. Send them deeper into
The experience that
the
he's already.
experience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing that hit me too is you know how everybody talks about these flat top mountains and devil's what do they call it, devil's tower or whatever. All these, you know, could be like petrified ancient trees.
Giant
tree
trees.
stumps.
And then
Yeah.
you get into Enoch, it talks about, you know, that they cut the trees.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, just like entertaining Treble's idea here, a thought experiment. If that is, you know, the fact, then when God went to sever the connection, you know, with the spirit realm or whatever, cut down the trees, so therefore really dampening the energy source.
Oh yeah. I mean,
We can go deep on that.
well, the
because
forest
Oh, yeah.
has been a sanctuary for
Mhm.
many different cultures of the ancient past. You know, trees have always been known to, you know, kind of be involved with the divine, right? And then, you know, you have like elementals that inhabit the forest that also carry out the work of the creator, and you know, you have people have encounters with. And so yeah, there's something to all these trees. And I mean, even the oak tree, dude, and there's a whole mystery school based off, a whole ancient priest class based off of, you know, receiving messages from under an oak tree. I mean, if you want to get into the Druids and Osiris and King Arthur and all these
We're gonna touch into that.
initiates being buried in
Oh,
oak
yeah.
trees. Yeah. So
And didn't the fairies over like in Europe supposedly live in the trees, and like the druids would go out into the woods and knock on the trees?
Oh, yeah.
they would
That's,
also
the
carve,
trees are portals.
yeah, well, they would also carve little statues of their certain gods and place them within the trees, and then like seal them back up naturally somehow. Yeah, with like fire or something. Yeah, it's incredible.
I see you guys trying to drive into the myth, and that's exactly where I was headed. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna continue with the freaking presentation. Let's fucking go. All right, so in full circle, right? The theory uniting scripture, science, and street level truth. Acacia contains the charge. The olive invites the curry, and the trees ignite a portal. It's a global gateway. I call it the tree portals to interstellar travel. Final line, and there's a cosmic kicker here. In a galaxy full of metals, gases, and dead rock, wood is the rarest natural material in existence. Yet on Earth, it's the key for every portal we've ever built. Mythology. This was added on by Bennett. So Bennett from the Broadcasting Seeds podcast. Matt, shout out to my homie Bennett. Now, what do traditions say? Here are the key threads, guys. Let's fuck some shit up. In shamanic and earth spirit traditions, shamanic and other spiritual cultures around the world honor and use the sacred trees as portal gateways to hidden worlds, sources of wisdom, and even wish fulfillment. For example, trees that are large and old vibrate a higher level in spirituality and describe interfaces between worlds, like the Olmecs. The Olmecs used to use trees and stone, like I want to say what's it called? That glass? Fuck, I forgot. I have it at the tip of my tongue. Crap. I'm drawing a blank. The volcanic obsidian, liquid glass obsidian, to tap into the organic algorithm of the earth so that they could transcend into the organic algorithm of the earth. Anyway, in Celtic spirituality, sacred trees were portals between worlds. The Celtics believed each tree had spirit, a guardian of wisdom and protection. In global mythologies, the Turkish mythology tree Eulakine is described as the tree of life, whose roots go deeper into the earth. Branches reach in the sky and souls pass between realms. And then you have the Hindu mythology, and then you have the concept of sacred grooves, and then you have, in the paranormal and the strangest circles, you have people reporting entering or sensing what they call portals in woods, energy shifts, time slowing effects, and altering perception near trees and clusters. In fact, Native Americans used to go and lay their entire back, 33 vertebrae in their spine, against a freaking tree trunk so that they could ground and the entire nervous system would relax. Try doing that. That's called grounding. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Or sometimes when kids would be sick, you would carve out a hole and mostly a woman would find a certain place in the earth where there would be like an alignment of energy and she would bury the kid and leave them in there for half a day or so, however long, and eventually all the sickness would be drawn out into the earth, I guess, right?
I've heard colic kids, if you put them on the ground, sometimes it gets them to stop crying, actually.
Wow. Stress, man. It's a charge thing for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, if they were doing that back then, even if they had kids like that, they probably stopped crying. They thought they cured them.
It's like the whole thing with the headache with the water, right? Y'all seen that?
I kind of wanted to say some outlandish shit here, and I hope you guys don't mind me being outlandish. I'm a conspiracy theorist at the end of the day. Now, Jesus went to the Mount of Olives for how many days and how many nights? He was hung on what? On olive wood. What did he do? He died and then he resurrected. What is that called? That's dimension hopping. It's in your fucking face. It's always been in your face. And then you guys put a freaking tree with ornaments inside your house for Christmas, and you guys think freaking Santa Claus travels through a chimney? No, he teleports into your living room with the fucking tree, bro. What do you think's happening here? Come on. Then you know what's funny? It's on the birth of Christ, yet Lil Nick, old Nick, if you Google his name, it's fucking Satan. You have Satan in your living room on the birth of Christ. Shut the front door.
Stop it.
Come on.
Come on.
I know I'm saying some fucking crazy shit here, guys. I'm sorry. No. It's the truth, man.
I do think you're actually.
It's funny.
I look at Jesus as if it's the story of somebody who I think crossed the abyss and came back. So I totally agree with actually what you're saying, Trebles. And I do think we're electricity stuck inside of a flesh suit. So I don't know however you get here, but you get here. That's my opinion.
Yeah. So the theory is basically that trees are portals and that we need to reconnect to nature. I do have a second portion of this, but I do want you guys to also give me your input, feedback, and then talk some shit with me, guys.
Go for it. Hello.
Yo, are you guys there?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah. I thought we were waiting.
I love those dead air moments, man. We are professionals, man.
Giving us suspense.
The dramatic pause. We're trying to collect our fucking brains is what we're trying to do.
Yeah, that really was a lot at once.
And I even know what you're talking about.
What the heck? I told you. Yeah. So. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna jump into the concrete jungle part because I think that really triggered a lot of you. So, I call it the Stone of the Beast. On that rock, I shall build my church. They replaced the jungle with concrete, not to build, but to contain. The ancients built temples with granite, limestone, marble, and obsidian because those stones held a charge, echoed sound, and aligned with the Earth's pulse. What we now call grounding. But today, we're boxed into synthetic slabs filled with rebar, soaked in Wi-Fi, and wrapped in microwave symbols that bounce around us like mirror rooms in a carnival. Concrete isn't just infrastructure, it's an antenna. It reflects frequency, traps EM waves, and turns your home into a silent echo chamber. Oh, man. And the air? Yeah, it's loaded with metallic dust from brake pads and traffic and copper, barium, antimony. And all of that, it's all entering your lungs through the bloodstream into your brain. And this is biometric warfare disguised as architecture. Back then, they built with divine stone, and now we walk on programmed rock. This is the concrete jungle theory. Let's fucking lock in and go. All right, any questions, guys, before I start?
Oh, no, man.
I think, that even goes along with what we're wearing on our feet. If you put what's on the ground, I guess I could see a disconnection of electricity, and the Earth does give off like what 7.6 some sort of megahertz, whatever the fuck reading it is. We even read that in the Gateway recently. I think the Earth does have its own energy field. So I get that there probably is something with like the ground and being covered up, and then whatever we're wearing on our feet. It's not the same, obviously. I don't think. And there's even been things shown. Ricardo has been on this show a few times from Institute of Philosophy. He has like shown how there's like some places, these buildings, I think they're like kind of like religious places. They'll be built with the idea of like whatever frequency the building has, then using the frequency from the Earth, and then bringing in a specific sound by like somebody playing an instrument or doing whatever to then add to that to create what they're actually to get. So they're even playing off of what the Earth gives off to create what they're doing. So I can see what you're getting at. If that is possible, keeping us cut off from that could keep us cut off from certain technology, maybe spiritual technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still
So, yeah, no, man. Let's lock in. I wanna bring in this portion so that you guys could give me some feedback on it. So, what electromagnetic properties? All right. Yeah. You gave me a fucking a bookload. So concrete, through often considered an insulator, it's actually one hell of a complex electromagnetic behavior, especially when mixed with modern additives. High dielectric constant. It stores and resists electrical energy which can lead to signal dampening or reflection. It also holds electric charge over time, especially when moisture is present, like rain, humidity, and blood. Keyword. We're going to come back to that. Then you have metal rebar, worked as an internal antenna. Ply, you have ash in the air, you have carbon additives, graphene, and smart concrete. Concrete can act as a passive antenna under certain RF and EMF conditions like 5G. It becomes a signal rebroadcaster or absorber. And as crazy as it may sound, coming from a conspiracy theorist like me, in military studies, low-frequency radio waves bounce through concrete better than expected, enabling signal tracking and internal resonance in buildings. We'll visit every fucking aspect of concrete very soon. So it is held at a military. It was used at a military base. There's patents for this technology today. I'm not sure if I'm frozen or not.
So do you think that concrete is just a more easy and accessible way and a cheaper way to spread this out? Because like mercury, I would think would be like the best way to do this, right?
Yeah, 1000%. Mercury was used by the ancients also to freaking interstellar speak with their gods. Correct me if I'm wrong, the Mayan god Quetzalcoatl, the idea of that god was born through the process of an aunt having sex with her nephew in a pool of mercury. And basically how they freaking got in touch with this god, and then they spread it all out. So yeah, in a way, I think it's true. But I do have a question for Judith. You said that you had some studies. Somebody told you about the studies of trees.
It was basically, I think it was done in the 80s or the 90s. It was supposed to be a scientific. I actually didn't have a chance to look into it. Of actually trees communicating with each other.
Oh yeah.
And how they communicated with each other. But I actually did want to ask you about, since you went on the conspiracy theory, I wanted to ask you about since you were talking about the difference between the forest and the concrete jungle, the jungle and the concrete jungle. Do you think the concrete jungle was actually put in place as a way to cut you off from that type of energy? Because it almost seems that way.
Oh, you're muted there, Trebles.
Right, Mike. 1000%. And the reason I believe that is because like I started that rant in the beginning, like ancient civilizations, they all of their shit, like the Romans, they built their shit on stone. It wasn't concrete. It wasn't the concrete and the asphalt that we use today. So there's a connection there to that belief. And I'm not saying I'm scientifically proving this shit. All I'm doing, bro, is connecting patterns. Just like Bennett told me once. All we're doing is doing the research and connecting patterns here, and then we're calling them out.
Yeah, it's really interesting though. You got me thinking about this.
Judith, Nick, sorry, I was going to say to what you said, and this is very interesting. But when a tree is cut down, and in particular a female tree, which goes back to to what I said earlier about the priestesses, the other trees will send out messages to like send nutrients to this tree to keep it alive, basically, while it's cut down. It's fascinating, but it's like something that they send out.
Have you ever seen Avatar?
System, but it's only the female trees. It's weird. It's like
yes, Avatar is a great movie. It was the best remake of Ferngully ever.
Oh, dude, there's so much truth in that, and well, all of them, because there's that new one that's just now coming out. I think I gotta check that one out.
Where's this lose? Somebody just fell off.
I think we lost Doc. Jeez, man, this thing is going.
Yeah. Oh, Trebles, you know what I want to add in? It's gonna get like a little weird though, and I've mentioned this before, but again, even with cutting off, our connection to the ground, like you call it, it's electricity. You're kind of getting into like that, and in electricity, there is grounding, and people always say, oh, you got to take off your shoes, you ground. There's that word being used again, but most people probably don't even think really of electricity when they think of that way. But if you really want to look at how we are and what we're made up of, like we open our eyes and the sun goes in there and it bounces around inside our eyeballs, it goes up the optic nerve and it turns into electricity. And then that's what goes through our body and our nerves and our brain and everything else. And then so like now if you're cutting off the connection to the ground, we're not actually really grounding, because we are getting pumped full of we have electricity going in us. I mean, could that even be reasons why people act out? It's because you just got too much in you and you're not actually getting out of your system what you should. You're not putting back into the earth.
Wow, look at that.
I don't know. It's just like a thought.
Well, if you look at every single sickness,
we do. It's in our blood. Electricity is in our blood. That's what plasma is. That's electricity.
Right. That's what happens. Yeah. That's what happens when we're conceived. When we're conceived, there's a spark of electricity.
And you go out with one. It's like the same shit. Clips.
Wow. Yeah.
So if you look at the studies of dust, it's funny because people think like dust is just, oh yeah, well, what do you think they're spraying us with, right? DARPA, Lockheed Martin, and Sandia Labs have all explored nanosensor deployment into infrastructure. So smart dust, right? And I'm not talking about cocaine here. I'm talking about microscopic devices that can monitor, transmit, and respond to environment and biofeedback. Embedded in concrete, these sensors can map your movements, heat, and even emotional states based on subtle biometrics. The result is urban areas become interactive behavior maps, bro, making it easy to manipulate mass habits, emotion zones, and trigger panic compliances waves, bro. Shut the front door, dude. Did I do that research? Oh my God. Blowing my face off here. That's pretty cool.
No, that's why you always get the craziest shit coming pumping out of the cities.
Yeah, well, we know for sure.
That's why they're spraying the skies. That's why they're spraying the skies as well. We're getting it, and that's another shout out to Hibbler and Climate Trails, which is Hibbler on Amazon right now. So that's a good way to red pill your normie friends. But Trebles, that's what they're hitting us with in the skies as well. And what are we putting into our bodies as far as like the aluminums on our skincare products and shit like that too?
Yeah, well, I want to take it to a more energetic, like even like spiritual type, we're tapping into other things as well, is that cities, they have a tendency, it's the density of human emotion, right? So you have fear, stress, trauma. Nick, you and I have talked about this. Ambition, even like desperation. Cities compress human experience into tight spaces, right? So that has an effect, and stuff gets heavy. You have this constant low level sensory overload, not just of emotion, but with noise, light, movement, artificial rhythms, right? And this weakens perception filters, right? So you get this disconnection from natural grounding. There's no horizon, there's no silence, there's no stars. You have that absence matters, right?
And
So what?
and Bennett, what did they take out of the towns and the cities too? That is a grounding is the bells.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So then on top of this,
Now we're rolling.
On top of this, this all creates artificial liminal zones everywhere: parking garages, fire escapes, utility corridors, rooftops, construction sites, closed stations. I mean, what this does is it's just they're modern threshold spaces, right? So it just totally thrashes our systems.
As these spaces are, strangely enough, the spaces you see in horror movies, monsters come out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's something about our body being made of almost like 70-something% of water.
Yeah.
We are a conduit for electricity.
Absolutely.
So the divine, right?
And
Energy.
Everything, as we know, is frequency.
Everything. Yeah.
Everything's
Yeah.
frequency.
So it flows through us. It just, how will you let that affect you, right? What will you transmute that energy? Will you,
The sound travels through water better than through oxygen. In case you guys didn't know, hashtag look it up. It's a trip. It's a trip.
Oh.
So check this out. So I'm gonna go back to the acoustic resonance of embedding, right, through piezoelectric feedback loops. So if concrete can be used as an acoustic resonant test, right, sending stuff ultra low frequencies, ULFs, into spaces that can affect brainwave states. Going back to Liminal Tree's thesis, frequencies under 20 hertz inaudible to the ear can cause disorientation, anxiety, docility, sleepiness, and paranoia. Red flags. What did we hit the fucking Venezuelans with?
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Yo, I
It's
told
the
you back in
fucking.
the
It's. I'm telling you, bro. It's here. It's right there. The result. Yeah. So the result is mental fog, reduced critical thinking, easier to suggest, distract, or pacifying. Right. So the final wrap. Concrete isn't just making you sick, it's making you predictable. It's the right thing in here. By adding programmable materials, nano receivers, magnetic agents, and EM active compounds into the concrete, they're creating urban zones of behavior modulation. You don't walk through a city anymore. You walk through a smart frequency web built built out of artificial stone. And while the walls remember you, the floor responds to you, and they control the signal. They control the fucking avatar.
Holy shit. Hey, Trebles,
Woo,
you know
pollution is bullshit.
what
That's all I
they're
gotta say.
doing? You know what they're doing in Tahoe right now is one of the big things is all these rich motherfuckers are getting smart driveways so that when it snows, they have whatever is in the concrete or the gravel or the asphalt, and it heats it up by the touch of a button so that they don't have to shovel or plow their driveways. Nice. I know, right?
Oh my God. That was a bomb. So
Sorry,
we now
I
have
was
debunked
together.
and or proven that the military operations have explored cloud seeding, climate control, and manipulation by spraying gas, types, hard metals, and create an atmospheric greenhouse. I call it smog. Here in LA, we call it smog. What metallic particles float in our concrete jungle airs, specifically from break pass dust, smog, and traffic? I'm gonna give you a list, and I want you guys to look this up when you guys have an opportunity. Stop watching ads on TikTok and take 5 seconds of your fucking day to do the research. Copper, major component in pads, causes oxidative stress in lungs. Antimony, toxic metallic, mimics estrogen. Listen to this. Antimony mimics estrogen and can cross blood-brain barriers. Barium, sometimes used in friction formulas. Then you have zinc, iron, tin, lead, trace elements depending on the pad type. So this is all in your fucking brake pads, bro. And they're telling you that because you're burning gas, we're gonna fucking die in a burning hell. No, bro, it's because of the fucking stupid brake pads, which your EV has on, by the way. It doesn't matter what kind of fucking, even your fucking bike has that shit. Other urban metallic air particles that were found: aluminum from vehicle body and wear and additives, magnesium and nickel found in tire wear, manganese and chromium from industrial exhausts, carbon nanodust from engine combustion, or whatever the fucking word, I'm a beaner, sorry. And then vanadium, arsenic are also detected in our highways, just like fucking Nick said.
Yeah. They handed us this shit and giving it,
and I'm lagging.
It's fucked. And they blame it on climate change.
So
Absolutely.
is there a
100%.
program that is
That's what's
running through these frequencies, Trebles, do you think? Or is this just something that vibrates and resonates all on its own that is depleting our energy?
I think the program is called entertainment because look, bro. I try to break it down. That's a great question. I try breaking down what is the only thing that they have used and the only thing that they can really stop us from doing: imagining, creating, and thinking. That's what originally what they want us to do. That is the only sole purpose of their shit. If they could keep us entertained, fucking voting for Dems and reps, calling each other names and divided, and then also distracted at the same time, wanting the next iPhone, trying to have Stockholm syndrome, and then going back and forth with your kids and what tablet you're going to buy them with so that you could keep infecting their small little docile minds. The moment they keep distracting you with basic level necessity shit inside these urban areas, that's the perfect balance. That's the fucking cellular surrender that they want us to be in.
Right. So the program runs itself is what you're saying. We run the program.
Basically,
we are the program.
At this point, we do it to ourselves. We are. So look, to your fucking point, we are the algorithm. If you go on TikTok right now, bro, and you scroll 5 times and you see some ass shaking, bro, but you didn't like it, the fucking camera on your phone still sees how dilated your fucking pupils got out of you interacting out of that fucking ass. So tell you this much: if you want to change your algorithm, you don't change your algorithm by not liking it. You go to you search on the search bar something like a conspiracy theory, you like it 4-3 times, turn off and turn on the fucking app and watch your algorithm change. What am I trying to tell you? That you are the algorithm. Nothing else, nothing less. You make the changes. It's in your perspective. It's
We're
your
the
brain.
product, right? No,
We are the product.
Yeah,
we are the product.
that's kind of like
Somebody
what I-
said that in the chat too. I don't know who it was, but somebody said that in the chat. If it's free, you're the product.
100%.
our relationship.
So everything does
is a
run
lot
off
more-
of frequency. Go ahead. I'm
No,
more
no,
interested
go
in the
ahead.
one thing. Well, I was going to say that everything runs off of frequency and vibration, and that's basically what everything is. And I made a video talking about word magic maybe like a year and a half ago, and I was talking about how in the Bible it doesn't say that like God pulled out like a chisel and a shovel or molded something. He spoke into
Everything.
it. He spoke everything into existence. And so that's off of vibration, you know, and that can break down into the simplest things of saying good morning to somebody, because even though it's spelled differently, you're basically vibrating a morning process to somebody. So you're telling them that I hope you have a great time morning. And that's like the way that words are and word magic. And so that's just like another part of the 5 frontal attack that they're getting on us with vibrations.
1000%. All right. So I want to go into a little bit of science and alchemy research. So this explains the following: the same foundation that modern homes have made in concrete plus rebar, which can potentially be an electromagnetic weapon. Check this out. Allow me to blow your fucking mind. Concrete is an electromagnetically reactive. While dry concrete is an insulator, it becomes an electromagnetic active when moist and mineral enriched, especially when carbon-based fly ash or metallic additives are added. Add rebar, steel reinforced, and you now have an antenna grid embedded in our homes, building, and streets. Nothing has a foundation without rebar, guys. We're standing on an antenna. A study in IEEE transactions and in electromagnetic compatibility in 2006 showed that concrete walls can absorb. Listen to me, bro. This is a research done by a fucking university. This isn't Trebles, the fucking beaner from the Treble show. This isn't Paranoid Radio. This is real research, tangible shit that you guys can look up right now. Please take the time to do the research. It showed that concrete walls can absorb, reflect, and even radiate EMF signals, especially when reinforced with steel. Rebar grids as EMF conductors. Rebar acts like a Faraday cage in irregular, not shielding, but bouncing and amplifying certain frequencies within structures. Microwave, Wi-Fi, and 5G reflects inside the concrete bunkers, causing what physics call EM wave reverberation. There's a fucking word for this. There's a scientific word for this, guys. Bouncing signals that can echo through the human body. Military bunkers use this principle for communication control. Are you listening? But it's also presented in your apartment. In fact, I brought references, fuckers. Here it goes. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, EMI, shielding of military structures in 1999 outlines how rebar and concrete can interact with an effect radio programmation in bunkers and in urban zones. Hashtag look it up. Health and brainwave disruptions. We have studies of how EMF frequencies can, and from Wi-Fi and smart grids can disrupt alpha brainwaves, increase beta gamma activity, stress and hyperactivity, changes in melatonin production, sleep cycles, and cognitive clarity. Wait, there's more. You filthy animals. Quick shout out break for all the people in the fucking. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it'll affect your pineal gland. One thing I do want to say real quick before, because like you're kind of almost off of it. Something that I want to add, because I even saw maggots in the media say that it can block EMF or absorb EMF. One thing that I thought was interesting is if you look up red brick, that gives off, can give off like the most EMF. And like, I just know from like, unfortunately, I wasn't always the pillar of the community I am now. Believe it or not, Jules is shocked. I have been to a rehab before, and there was one that was over in Long Island that was on like where Pilgrim State was. And Pilgrim State was a huge, gigantic mental institution. And that has, I think if you look it up now, it probably still contains the most red brick used anywhere in the United States. So like, if that really does give off EMF, is that exactly what you want to surround crazy people with? Because if you give them too much EMF, they'll act crazier, right? I was just wondering, like, could that even have been an issue? Like, it sounds like conspiratorial now, but
no, but it's super, weird. Super observant, though. I mean, that's pretty cool. It makes sense, actually. And usually when things make sense.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't that I probably went there, I would have never known that fucking silly pattern. Yeah, because they told us that there. But like, it's just, I did find that interesting.
It is interesting. And it's not like these people were as stupid as they're made out to be. Like we're taught that people before us had no clue about anything. And it's actually the fucking opposite of that.
Yes, you're totally right, dude. Totally right. It's fucking crazy. We lost them. Oh shit. No, I totally agree, Catalyst. I think like there's been like occult science or secret science known for a long time.
Yeah.
And we just keep getting, I don't know. Sometimes it even
seems especially with alchemy too.
Yeah.
Yep. And man, that sucks that we lost the star of the show here.
Yeah, I hope he comes back. Yeah, if you even like look up like the father of chemistry, that goes back to like some Islamic alchemist.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm curious, Jules. Like, I know you like to dive into a lot of this shit. Do you think that there's a lot more in the secret teachings as far as alchemy goes that we can't get to? Like this whole like turning fucking stone to gold type shit. Is there any validity to that in realization?
There's only one way to find out, Catalyst.
Yeah, I gotta try it.
You gotta become alchemist. No, well, you know, there's
And Jules does it with a grin.
I like. Well, I mean, it's true though, right?
I mean,
right now
you
for
know,
yourself, let's try. I guess.
there's a way to test, like, you know, the scientific method of alchemy, right? With like, you know, well, spiritual alchemy, you know, if and this is what a lot of people do when they pray or they, you know, pray some kind of protection around themselves, is they, you know, take energy and they kind of transmute it through a well, like I said, through prayer, through meditation, but through a this higher frequency, right? You tuning into this higher frequency, and this is where, you know, we go back to wood, the forest. Like, that's like the most ideal place you could probably be, besides a mountain, right? I mean, the top of a mountain, you probably get a pretty good frequency from up there. I know
Which
there's
is
some
rock,
mountains
by the
that
way.
you go on the top of, and there's frequencies that you hit that you can't hit anywhere else. You know what I mean? And like you know, it'll create different sound waves and stuff. And there's people don't think about this, but there's sounds that we can't even hear. You know,
Oh yeah.
tons of them, but they still exist, right?
Hertz.
Oh yeah.
Nonetheless,
I
they
follow a
exist.
page that just amplifies random things, and you can hear what its frequency it's giving off. It's fucking awesome. And I saw
That's
somebody
pretty
in the
cool.
chat earlier say something about fungi, and yeah, they give off some of the craziest frequencies.
Oh, dude, the fungi is okay. Mycelium is probably the most fascinating like organism out
It's
there.
so wild,
Dude. I mean, it's eternal. I think, like, it stays alive longer than anything else, and it all connects through these fibers underground. And if you
don't they say it's the largest organism on the planet?
right.
yeah. Well, it's the most widespread, I think, as far as like reaching everywhere.
But I think there's one that they talk about up in the Olympic Peninsula, up in the Olympic National Forest. There's a whole biomat, the mycelium and whatnot, that I think they consider that biomass the largest organism on the planet. Something like that.
Interesting. I mean, I know if you eat mushrooms, you know, you can some way it's kind of odd, you know, you kind of hear, and I'm sure some people will say that these are, you know, dark forces. I mean, if you interpret them that way, I'm sure that's what they'll turn out to be. But you know, I don't think that just the elemental forces of nature, right? It's something that comes from the same creator that created our divine soul, right? So I don't know. There's definitely something to these trees, though, dude. Now, what do you think about? Okay, so do you think these trees can be portals to other trees?
Oh yeah, only trees, which is why you can't teleport into an urban area, into an urban setting.
Trebles,
You know?
do you think that's why people, when they have these sightings of a Sasquatch or some kind of cryptid out in the woods, they're so easily like elusive because they can just slip into these little tree portals? Yeah, man.
They bend the light, and this is why 411. Did you know that in certain types and in certain rainforests of the world, guys, hashtag look this up, they say that because of light pollution, they want to conserve the darkness, and you cannot go into the forest with light. Sometimes if you get lost and you break your ankles at a different forest at a national park, you cannot get rescued without consent and an authorization form from the fucking local government so that they can go look for you with specific lights in the nighttime. You're going to have to wait till morning until somebody could come and save you. This is not a lie. Hashtag look it up. And their fucking reasons are retarded. Coincidentally, and that word doesn't even exist in the fucking conspiracy realm. Coincidentally, these are the places where the most 411 cases are also held. So,
well, I'm telling you, I know because I do a lot of cryptid research in the Allegheny National Forest, that local law enforcement, if you have an issue, will not come out to get you until morning, period.
Do they say why, Bennett?
Check this out.
No, they don't. They don't exactly say why, but you know, I don't know. It's bizarre though. So that's just kind of known that this is why we always go out there with multiple, like 5 to 10 of us. We don't go out there like in ones or twos. And I stayed out there once by myself, and it was one of the dumbest things I've ever done in my entire life. But yeah, anyway.
Sign me up, dude.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
One thing I wanted to bring up, Trebles, and we talked about this before, is this a little bit of the spiritual warfare angle on the trees and the concrete stuff, right? And in ancient times, they built altars, were built under trees, right? In multiple cultures, not just, you can't just pick one. Groves were spiritually charged, right? So we talk about trees, and then high places mattered back we were talking about mountains and stuff. These are just notes that I've got. And then in modern times, you've got the power shifts to centers of control. We talk about transitioning into concrete jungle. You've got financial districts, government buildings, transit hubs, data centers, old hospitals and prisons. Nick, you just brought that up. And the concrete jungle becomes a network of modern strongholds. Not evil by default, but freaking highly active.
Who?
Just saying. Just
connecting dots.
These are thoughts that I'm connecting the dots. Yeah. Crazy.
Okay, so let's connect a little bit more dots to reignite this freaking conversation. And guys, if you guys are in the chats, thank you so much for dropping bombs of knowledge and freaking engaging, man. This is beautiful, man. Everybody's fucking active as fuck. I just went to YouTube right now to see what's going on, and people are over there fucking just rooting the shit out of us, man. We're fucking awesome. Anyway, so check this out. In 2013, Dr. Martin Paul in Washington State University, hashtag look it up, did extensive work on EMFs and voltage gated calcium channels, VGCCs for short. Man, these fucking acronyms. And EMFs cause cell to flood with calcium triggering. So this is what it did: neural inflammation, cardiovascular issues, brain fog, and anxiety. Concrete walls and foundations do not stop these signals. In fact, they reflect them, keeping them inside and around you longer. Go Google that, guys. So number 4, Wi-Fi signals interference in concrete connection. Concrete, especially additives and with moisture and all this other crazy stuff, alters how EMF waves move. Reflection, bouncing off walls, like I told you. Refraction, changing wave direction, kind of like the two-slit experiment. And alternation, signal energy reduction, but still radiating. I found out that the National Institute of Standards of Technology, NIST, reported that radio propagation into buildings at 912 and 1920 megahertz proves that concrete absorbs and reflects Wi-Fi, but doesn't block it. Instead, it creates internal reflections leading to chaotic and signal behavior inside your house. Talk about paranoid radio frequencies, man. This is nuts. So my thesis finally on the way out of this beautiful presentation. And after this, I'm going to shut the fuck up. I promise. You're living inside a weaponized echo chamber. The concrete doesn't protect you. It harms you. It traps you. And it vibrates you at a very frequency, at a low frequency. You're not vibrating. It vibrates you. It programs you. Now, let's hit the Bible back a little bit, just because I like to inject a little Jesus in everything I do. These are the pillars that you can quote. Matthew 16:18. And I tell you, Peter, and on that rock, I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it. Meaning stone. Peter is Petros. Petros means stone. Jesus told Peter, on that rock, I will build my church. What is your church? Your body, your mind, your brain, your soul. So he's not talking about a physical place. He's talking about metaphorical and a spiritual place. Then you have Exodus in 17:6, strike like the rock, and water will come out of the rock for people to drink. That's Exodus. Then you have Peter 2, 4, and 5. You also, like living stones, are being built into spiritual houses, meaning humans are stone temples meant to hold divine frequency. What's the Bible telling you? That we are the fucking frequency. Sorry if I curse and talking about the Bible right after. And then you have Daniel. A rock was cut out, but not by a human hand. It struck the statue. So they were talking about a statue. Let's skip that one. Anyway, so yeah, biblical summary. What does Bible keep pointing to? Stone and rock for salvation. The cornerstone of foundation of the temple, because stone holds performance, permanence. Stone holds frequency. God's built on divine rock. And what does Satan always do? He imitates, then perverts. So instead of sacred granite and limestone turned into heaven's pulse, we get poured concrete, artificial stone with rebar laced, frequency wrapped, and the foundation is still a rock, just not God's rock. This is how deception works. Familiar structure, inverted function. The demon stone. The end.
Amen.
Ta-da! And I have a lot more shit, but I didn't want to keep breaking it down because I have to read a lot more.
I love it.
That's good, man.
I have some fucking I did deeper research on basalt, on marble, on limestone, the properties, the acoustic properties of these stones, just to go more mythological, to go more historical. So I didn't want to keep bringing it in because I want you guys to have a conversation with me. I don't want to just keep fucking reading my ass off, but the fucking notes are extensive.
Yeah. Cornerstone.
Does anybody have anything? Because I can get really, really fucking
Yeah, go for it.
conspiratorial with this.
Go for it.
I like it.
All right, so how familiar is everybody in here with the Vril Society and parasitic entities that enter through the body, and the cloning facilities that I'm going to be talking about on Doc's show today ties into a lot with this. So, what do you guys know about the Vril Society?
Heard of it.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Okay,
You
okay,
talking
so
about
these are
Maria Orsic?
these are I'm talking about like Donald Marshall type reptilians, and these fucking parasites feed off of us, right? And so these parasites also feed off of certain frequencies, and they can be killed off, and we're all full of parasites. But these very specific parasites, you see them in Hollywood through the Black Eye Club and through various different occults through there. But basically what they do is they allow this parasite to take over them, and they become the host. Ariana Grande is a very big example of this. You can see how bright, lively she was in the beginning days of her career, and then when she accepted this host into her, now she's dark, taken over, and malleable. And I think that these frequencies that you're speaking on plays a huge role in this, and I believe that these Vril come from the beasts of the fields from before Adam, and have been here for since the beginning of time, and this is just their way of still being in control.
Nice. Love it.
Well, shit, it wasn't supposed to be a mic drop. It was supposed to be a
No.
you're fucking crazy, or
You're
I can
fucking
add to that.
crazy. Catalyst, say fucking you're crazy.
I agree with you on a bunch of that.
No, I do. I think what you're doing is talking to people that are picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
There's nobody here that's going to be like, no, because
You see it playing out
Because we're all
today.
crazy.
All the
We're
stuff
all
that we've been
crazy.
learning about.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mark said it's not that crazy.
not that
See,
crazy.
dude?
LOL.
Yeah,
there
no,
you go,
most people.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody. Hold on. Where's the? The worm pilled. Are you worm pilled? Everybody.
I like that. Warm pill. That's fucking disgusting.
We got worm pilled a couple times on my show.
Damn.
Foundering came on. And
Yeah, you
worm
brought
pilled
that
me.
up on my show, I think, Jules. That was a great fucking episode, by the way.
It was great.
Yeah, I mean, Sophia Daisy May, she brings up, look at the crap they push on children. You know, holy shit,
Oh yeah.
wild,
Dude.
it's crazy. Yes. Hey guys, I'm sorry, but I gotta run.
Yo, low key, you guys fucking were great, man.
Good,
Thank you so
man.
much for letting me just
And
vent and talk
I
some
know,
shit.
I know. Nick is probably taking a piss really quick because that's what he does. But either way, I gotta go, guys. And it was great to see you, Trebles.
Great seeing you, brother.
We'll talk soon. Take care,
Wait a
everybody.
minute. You know, guys, go follow Broadcasting Seeds. He's a good fella.
That's right.
What happened? He had to bounce? Go to the bathroom?
Yeah, he had to head out.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
He said that he thought you were taking a piss or something.
Yeah, it was actually.
There you go. He was right.
He goes,
Right
I
on.
attest.
Man, Trebles, you
yo,
said that
so-
you skipped over a bunch of stuff because you didn't want to like keep reading, but can you give us a little bit of like the meat and potatoes of what didn't make your presentation?
Yeah, so I did some geological light research on facts on the 6 most resonating stones that have proven energy properties, and the first one is granite, found in pyramids of Giza, Solomon's Temple, Machu Picchu, composition quartz of 30 to 40%, feldspar and mica. Properties, piezoelectric, convert mechanical stress into electrical charge, hashtag look it up, and high resonance and responsiveness. Then you have number 2, the limestone, found in pyramids of Giza, Mayan temples, composition of calcium, carbonate, shells, and fossils, properties with high reflective to EM waves, good acoustic containment, used in sound chambers, which is why they used it where people meditate. Ancient engineering, used limestone for external sheeting to keep pyramids cool and reflective even under the sun, perfect for insulating and resonance containment. And then number 3 was the basalt, found in Göbekli Tepe, Olmec altars, Eastern Island, volcanic rock rich in iron, magnesium. It has properties with magnetic sustainability, dense and absorbs low frequency sound waves, used in rituals and ground spiritual forces. And then you have marble, found in Parthenon, Roman basilics, the Vatican, composed mostly of calcite. The properties are fucking crazy. Good conductor of thermal and vibrational energy. Funny that the Vatican used that specific rock, huh? Then you have smooth resonance used in chanted cathedrals, sound travels in marble temples with clarity and spiritual echo, which is why marble is used mostly in different temples, specific Christian temples. Used for harmonized prayer in space. Yes? You raise your hand, dear sir?
Did I hear you bring up bath salts twice?
No, it's basalt.
Basalt.
B-A-S-B-S. Yeah, basalt. Whatever, bro. I'm a fucking beaner. That's the third time you guys tell me this shit.
No, you're good, dude. I didn't even know if it was like a mineral or a fucking, whatever.
No, the
I
first
see
time
three
he said
I
that,
promise you I wasn't.
I knew what he meant.
I promise you I wasn't trying to make a joke, bro. I was
No,
just trying
I
to
was gonna say
because
No,
I
I was
just-
waiting for it
salt
too.
is
I was like,
very
I'm fucking
fucking-
something up.
yeah, salt is a very, very important thing. So I was just curious, like, when the fuck did bath salts come from, though? Like,
They're putting bath salts into the atmosphere, dude.
Yo,
That'd be
fuckers,
diabolical.
they want
I
us to
believe it all
become
now.
cannibals.
Nah, but that's what would happen.
So
Yeah,
people's faces.
I got 2 more. If you guys don't mind,
Go for it. Go,
Might as well
please,
finish.
please.
And you got obsidian, right? Now this is funny because I did an entire other chapter presentation to this fucking presentation, basically, which was the original first chapter called the Olmec Organic Algorithm of the Earth Theory, and it's nuts because it uses a lot of obsidian. So I'll get into that later if we still have some time. But the most important part, I got 2 more stones, is obsidian, found in Mesoamerican ceremonial knives, crying mirrors, volcanic glass, rich in silica. Properties are electrically insulating, but responsive to light and heat. Can become electromagnetically charged under stress and friction. So this is like the only stone that if you rub it, it starts creating energy. Have you guys ever seen Pokemon and how Pikachu only evolves with the electric stone? Think about that. Just put it. I'm just gonna put it to you like that. All right, guys. If you know, you know. Anyway. Then you have the quartzite, crystal quartz, finally into the freaking minerals. Found in Nubian temples, Hindu shrines, composition almost pure in crystal-like silica. Properties, high in piezoelectric coefficient, used in modern electronics for frequency regulation. The old gods knew these tech, both trusted quartz and keep the signal alive. So lock in the summary. This is towards the end of the show already, guys. From at least my presentation, from granite thunder on Sinai to mirror obsidian portals in Mesoamerica to limestone sound chambers in Egypt, stone has always been frequency's first altar. And the ancients didn't just stack it; they tuned it. They built with stone that stored electrical stress, channeled sound, harmonized the body with Earth's poles, reflected or absorbed divine radiance, served as a dimensional membrane. Modern man pours concrete. The ancients invoked resonance. The end. And that's actually the end. So yeah, man. Good shit. Thank you guys.
Oh, thank you. I thought that was badass, dude. I definitely believe, like, I've had people on my show before, like, get into the stuff that you were getting into here. I definitely believe all this shit is serious, with the piezoelectricity, the stones. That stuff was used in the past. They knew exactly what the fuck that shit did, my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
what I was saying earlier.
Trebles, go ahead. Jules, my
well,
bad.
I was just going to say, what I was saying earlier about the trees and the mushrooms and everything is that I think you can find some form of God in all of that, So I think it's a lot of it's our outlook on it, right? Our perception of reality. Are we going to encounter something evil or are we going to encounter something good? What frequency do you resonate on? So,
yo, the guys from Jacob from the Cult of Conspiracies. Shout out to Jacob. He's a good dude. He
came on.
He had a
2 days before Christmas. Him and Raven came on. Yeah. Shout out Cult of Conspiracy. And Jonathan's coming on Thursday. So
that's awesome, bro. Shout out to Jonathan too, man. Met him as
good people.
They had a special guest on, and the guest was saying basically, so the person that you meet when you pray, the God that you interact with, it's not the God that I interact with, because it's all about perception. It's all about intent and emotion and how you're
Trebles
balanced, right? And I was like, holy crap, that makes a lot of fucking sense, man. Because and then the same thing, I put it to the test, and I told, because my oldest daughter, she's always been scared of the dark, and she like turn on all the lights at 3 a.m. And how do I know? Because I wake up at 3 a.m. to go to work. So I wake up and she's like turning on all the lights to go to the restroom, and then she leaves the lights on. I'm like, why are you scared of the dark? She goes, oh, because I'm scared something's gonna scare me. I'm like, you actually think that Satan's gonna pop up and look all fucking nasty like a fucking zombie and scare you? Like, he's not gonna look like a demon. Satan's gonna come at you with the most beautiful fucking dressing, the most handsome face, because he wants to fucking devour you. He wants to confuse you. He wants to accuse you. He doesn't want to fucking sit here and just play fucking boo games. No, bro, shut the front door. Anyway,
first, you should tell your daughter not to be afraid, because even if she encounters something dark, she has power over it. So, and she should have faith in that. Yeah, man. And if she does, then she won't encounter anything, right? Because she'll have that preconceived notion of, hey, I have authority over these darker things. And so I tell my kids, and like my son used to have nosebleeds back when he was younger, and he doesn't anymore since he's gotten older. So yeah,
that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing.
Almost.
Yo, that was badass shit, dude. If you keep working on this, please let me know. You can always come back on and talk about more of it.
Yeah, man. I have I have another portion called the Olmec, and hopefully we get to do that sometime soon.
I like that you did.
Hey, Trebles, how much have you looked into scalar energy?
First time I ever heard that before, bro. Lead the way.
Okay, cool. I got somebody coming on in February, and I'm going to shoot him your way because it goes hand in hand with your topic here.
I'm excited. Thank you. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, scalar energy is awesome, man. This is where like magic carpets come from and shit. Like legit
Shut the front
shit.
door,
This guy,
bro.
oh yeah,
scalar
legit
energy
shit.
is
Like,
good shit, man.
and there's people that are recreating this shit. Like it's not like some magic woo-woo shit. Like there's people actually recreating these experiments.
Yeah, we gotta get into that. I really appreciate you sharing your sources, man. That'll be fucking awesome, and I'll make sure that episode is dedicated to the White Rabbit podcast. Yeah.
Oh, you're good, bro. But no, it was awesome because you brought up a few things that I actually had sitting around. So I was doing a little show and tell when you were talking about obsidian. I have like this huge chunk that I had come across when I was on a hike one time, and then it was cool because a lot of the stuff that you're talking about I'm interested in, and so this was very fun to be a part of. Nick, thank you for inviting me.
No, of course. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, Trebles, that was badass, dude. That was a lot of information in that.
Yeah,
I really like it. I'm glad you brought into the concrete shit too, and the other stone.
Yeah, I think it goes hand in hand. I was thinking between that or the Olmec theory, and I wasn't ready to see how long we were gonna go. So I was like, all right, well, we gotta talk some shit more. So let's go longer. And I have notes for days. I think I shared all of them with you. So Yeah, I could keep on reading.
Yeah. So, like, one thing, I think this is probably like a stupid question, but I think this is probably something what you're trying to get at. Do you think like these stones are being used just also due to whatever the earth is giving off? Like, do you think that all correlates and works together?
Yeah, well, I also think that in different areas. So what happens is, I think that the earth somehow, some way heals itself using energetic storms. And some of these storms are directed by humankind so that we can find these pockets of minerals and stone, and then we could mine it in different areas, volcanoes and North Carolina, for example, and other different places that have had floods and shit. So, but yeah, man, I think for sure that this technology and wisdom has not just popped up. It's not because Trebles just found it. No, this has been uncovered for fucking thousands of years. And our elites know very well how to in tune use it through magic, through intent, and manipulation. And there's a reason why people are always blinded or are not interested to see, because we've been entertained. And it goes back full circle. These people know, these people have this information. The Nephilim left it here, and these people resonate with it, and they use it against us. And it's just a few of them. It's just a few of them in the line of their blood that want to have this in control and away from our creative, imaginative, energetic properties, our pulsating hearts, so that we do not tap into what we really are, connected to the most high being in the freaking world inside of us, not outside. The Olmecs, I'm gonna turn on the camera for this. The Olmecs did not pray to gods. They prayed within, because they knew that the gods were inside. They were trying to resonate with the earth's frequency and organic algorithm so that they could ascend into their metaverse, which is the earth's algorithmic energy, the pulsating heart of the earth, using the same stones that every other ancient used. It's not like they just found that shit out. They put these gods there to represent each fucking demonic entity that they would write on, because they wanted to be written by demonic entities. They prayed for that. That's all they wanted to do. That was the entire religion based on. But what they did was, and they disappeared. They went, what do you think we're so obsessed with hacking our own fucking DNA? Because we want to get into the metaverse and live in this digital realm, which is also a realm we could tap into today forever, which is what the old Olmecs did. Ultimately, they were the first ones to tap into the digital realm and ascend into a different dimension, the organic algorithm of the earth. That's just a theory, though, that I was building on. Sorry if I got a little crazy again.
No. No, that this actually coincides with what we were talking about last night on the Stargate thing. That when you get to the Earth's frequency, you get those clickouts, and then that's when they think you start going places. So I mean, you're onto something, dude. I think. Yeah, it don't sound crazy to me.
Is there a way to tap back into those, or is it just a blacked out from your memory completely? I know that's completely off topic, but you just drew me in with what you just said.
It's the information is in your DNA. Massive amounts of terabytes on terabytes on terabytes of information from ancients and all the freaking alchemistic properties that we've ever fucking tapped into. Yeah, science and everything. Yeah.
No,
have you ever played Assassin's Creed?
Oh, dude, I love it.
There it is.
You say like kind of like waking that up, like turn it back on, right? Or remember, kind of, you're saying?
Yeah, because there's memory in all of these stones. That's why each different stone that he had brought up is so important too, because of it's like if you think about like chips that you put into your computer, like a memory card or something that you're saving things on. It's like each one of these stones is capable of holding different types of memory, I think, and then the way that we use them in connection with each other is what we get out of them. That's why Organite is such an amazing thing too.
There is a stone I want to find during the 40s. Let me see. I'm not gonna read the entire thing, but during the 40s there is an island where this freaking artist collected all of these stones. # look it up, guys. It's called Acacia. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. But the island, the art collection is a bunch of stones from all different civilizations in the world. That when you rub this is not a lie. # look it up. When you rub your hands on the stone hums back at you, bro. And the stones are cut in little lines so that when you rub your hands on it, it freaking makes a resonating sound, like a hum. It's so fucking nuts, bro. It's crazy.
That's
Oh,
wild.
Oh yeah.
Well, Trebles, you killed it, bro.
All right. Well, I got a freaking jet though, bro.
Yeah, no, that's
baby's
fine.
head
That's
about to
fine.
leave. I hope you guys don't mind.
I think we can conclude that God's creation is an incredible thing. And it goes back to what I was saying, is how you can see God in nature. You can see God in all its creation and all his creation. So
again, Trebles, thank you very much. Again, you're always welcome back in the future to add more to this as you feel confident with pumping out more shit publicly. Please, let us know. Real quick before we wrap it up, Trebles, let everybody know where they can find all your stuff, please.
Yo, my name is Trebles Garcia. I'm the humble host of the Trebles Show, formerly known as Paranoid Radio. You can find us on all social media platforms absolutely free. Make sure you drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. That allows other people to enjoy the show as much as I enjoy making. I want to give a special thanks to the Lord for allowing me to be here today and every single one of you. And specifically today, the Occult Regis podcast, one of the best freaking podcasts in the freaking planet, and I've been aligned with. And I was in a panel with some of my favorite content creators, some of the best content creators that I've ever got to encounter with. And Catalyst Jones, mad love to you. Shout outs to Code and shout outs to Tammy and shout outs to everybody that fucking showed up today. Mad love. Yo, Judith, you and I gotta connect someday real soon, so hopefully we could get you on the show. Mad love to you too. Thank you for being so majestic. Everybody, I got a jet. Peace out, guys. I got 2 beautiful daughters I gotta tend to and be a father now. Peace.
Okay, thanks, brother.
good job.
All right, yo, that was bugged out shit.
That was wild.
That's a lot of information. That's like an episode people got to listen to twice. There's a lot of shit at once.
He talks pretty fast too.
Yo, I was like stuck on something from like 5 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? Like he would say something, and I would like get lost in a thought and be like, oh, I should bring this up. And then I'd be like, fuck, I don't even know where we're at anymore. I got to pay attention.
I know exactly why he talks so fast, though, you guys, because we were talking the other night, and he was listening to one of my episodes, and I was listening along with him, and he was right there with me, and I listened to podcasts at double speed, and so does he. And so if you're listening to podcasts for 8 hours a day and they're talking at double speed, it kind of changes the way that you speak.
Yeah. I've done that at times too. Like you have a lot of notes in front of you and you're like, oh my God, this is going to take forever. And then you try to spit it out so fast, you go a little bit too fast, I think sometimes. So there's no time constraint. I wouldn't have complained. So he could have taken as much time as he needed. Yo, I thought that was great. Let everybody.
Really good. I was wondering though. I grabbed this and I was gonna see if he could recognize this, but maybe you guys can. Do you know what this is?
What is it?
No, I couldn't tell you. I wish, but
it's wood.
Oh my God!
Is it petrified?
It's petrified wood.
Yeah.
I love it. I use it as a stand. I put all my crystals on it because, like he was saying, wood resonates very well. So
we have a petrified forest here.
Oh, hell yeah. I've always wanted to go to one of those.
Dude,
Why do
we
you
have
think that happens?
like 30 minutes away. I need to go. We're going to do that. I'm going to drag my family down there.
Bro, make some content when you're there.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'll try to live stream while I'm there. I'm sure. There's some cool stuff over there. It's in old Indian area. I'm in Mississippi. So, hey,
Tam got it.
I think we'll wrap it up now anyway, if you guys don't mind. Catalyst, let everybody know what's up with you and let them know where they can find your channel and stuff.
Right now you can find me on Craigslist. I'm selling like an entire bedroom set. So if you want to go ahead and look me up, I'm just joking. White Rabbit Podcast. I am on all of the usual suspects, and this year the YouTube gods have granted me my channel back, so you're going to see me back on YouTube very shortly.
Go for it.
And hopefully I can stick around this time. But man, I really appreciate the opportunity to come on here, and if you guys want to hop on my channel, I'll be on Doc Brown's Prometheus Lens giving my human cloning presentation in a half an hour, 20 minutes now. And so it was nice to meet you, Judith. I hope that I can actually get to meet you and talk to you. I feel like you got talked over a lot during this episode, and I wanted to apologize for my internet to everybody.
Oh no, you're quite all right. It happens. And Judith, Watch you.
Yep.
What's up with you?
He gave a lot of information. I have to hashtag look it up. A lot of stuff that he said. I took some notes, but you're right. Jules, you're right. You have to listen to the show again to catch up and take some notes. I'm the Loon, and you can catch me on the Loon on YouTube and on X.
Listen, thank you very much for joining us, Jules. And Jules, my man, what is going on, sir?
All right, Nick, again, thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Another banger episode of the Occult Rejects. If you haven't checked out our Rustic Gods episode from Wednesday night, go check it out. Me, Headless, and Nick talking about Mount Etna. It's awesome. Go check out our episode from Friday night. Me, Ethan, Headless, Nick, and Eros, and we had my wife on with us. It was awesome. The best podcast she said that she's ever been on, and it changed her outlook on podcasting completely. She wants to start doing it more again. So that's thank y'all, Nick, again for having her on.
Of course.
And I did an episode. I went on Catalyst show not too long ago, guys, about a month or so ago. Y'all go check that out if you haven't. And Doc and Bennett, who were both on here, who both had to leave early, I went on both their shows as well. I don't know if those episodes have dropped, but I think they will be before the end of the month. So y'all look out for those. And then Thursday, Meta Mystics is coming on at 9:00 Central. So y'all tune into that. And Rustic Gods, maybe Wednesday night. I think we're going to start trying to do those Wednesday night if Nick's down.
Cool. Go for it. That'd be nice.
Yes, sir. But and Esoteric Book Review this morning. If you are a member of Patreon, go check it out. You can hear us read the first chapter of Epic of Gilgamesh and kind of figure out that Enkidu and Gilgamesh were gay lovers.
That was very weird today.
Yes, very weird. The bridegrooms. Yeah, very, very weird stuff.
You'll take him like a woman. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute.
Whoa.
What? I didn't know when I first read it. Yeah, weird. But anyway. Stay great, Pill, guys.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, again. And I really want to thank Trebles. That was an awesome presentation. And hopefully I get him back on to talk some more about that stuff. I do think he's like onto something with every little one of those things he was talking about, especially the street with the stuff with the streets. At least like he understood, like I wasn't just freestyling that shit. Like he actually heard that before. The shit in the fucking streets is even bad. It's probably worse than what's in the fucking cars. It's wild. And then think about like even the break dust, like he's saying, going into the air, it's going to go into the streets as well. It's right there.
You should not want to leave your house.
It's like yeah, everything we're saying is a problem is actually like coming from like just everywhere else except for where you're pointing it at. But yeah, that's what's up. Great show again. I thought that was a lot of fun. Thank you everybody in the chat and everybody who was on the other shows too on Rumble and other people's social media. That's what's up. I can see your comments too. I try to throw them up. But yeah, so there was a lot of people here. That's what's up. I appreciate it. And until the next one, everybody be well. Later.